Well, hello everybody. What you're looking at here is the dried echinacea that I picked out of my herb garden, and I hung it up to dry out. It doesn't take but maybe a week or two for it to dry out. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the leaves that I dried. Hear how crunchy they sound? Watch this. See how easy it is? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of this together into a mason jar and label it and date it. Put the name on it, what it is, and what you can use it for. Echinacea is good for your immune system. If you're coming down with a cold or something like maybe it's a natural antibiotic. So that is how easy it is. Look at that. So after I get done crunching, and I've got a paper towel down so that what I can do is I can use this to bring it up like this. Make it easier to put in the jar. Can't talk today. And got a stem right there we got to get out. There's a stem. And I just crunch it up with my clean, dry hands. If you want to turn it into a powder so that you can put it in a capsule. You can buy the capsules on Amazon. They're vegan, water-soluble capsules. But you're going to have to make sure you've got your measurements and how much you need to put in the capsule. And you can do your own research on that. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. What I do with my herbs is I use them as teas. And usually it's about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon for a cup of tea. So, you know, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, by no means. So do your research online and search what echinacea is good for. All right, well, I'm going to finish this up and I'm going to move on to the next herb. Here's a quick tip for you guys to help get rid of flying insects outside, mosquitoes, whatnot. I save all of the herb stems that I take the leaves off of. This is Thai basil. They're all dried out. And I put these in my fire pit out back when I build a fire, and it keeps all of the mosquitoes away. So that's a good tip for you. Instead of having to use all of those horrible chemicals on your body, you can do this. All right, guys, I just used the paper towel to put the echinacea in one of my mason jars here. So I filled it up, and I'm going to use one of these oxygen absorbers. Get one of these out, maybe 2. Put it in there. I think I'll get 2. These will help keep the moisture out so that your herbs don't get, since there's so much humidity right now here in the South and in the house, even though I do have a dehumidifier, you don't want any of your herbs to get all clumped up together. It'll ruin them. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to put the lid on here. Now it's ready to go. I'm going to write on the lid what it is and today's date. And also on the lid, well, you can also buy stickers to put on here if you want to. But also on the lid, I'm going to put that it's echinacea and 2 teaspoons per cup of tea. So there you have it. You can get these oxygen absorbers online at Amazon.com. I'll put a link in the description box. These come in handy, and I just store them in a little mason jar. Keep the lid on it so that they don't get all used up, because they'll start trying to draw all of the oxygen out of the air, and then next thing you know, you can't use them. So I'm going to be working on the Thai basil next and putting it in a container, and I'll be right back. Well, look at this, everybody. I finally got around to roasting the seeds from my sunflowers that I harvested, and they turned out wonderful. Just stick them in the oven for 350 for 7 to 10 minutes. When they get shiny and they have an aroma to them, then they're done. Salt them, put them up in a jar if you want to, or a little baggie, and there you go. You have a sunflower seed snacks. All right, guys, looky here. My peanuts are ready. Put them in a used glass jar. This is actually a used Lipton tea jar. Look at that. You can save all of your used jars for stuff like this. All right, I'll talk to you soon.